Southampton players are all the rage today, so we're going to check another one out. This is Armel Bella-Kotchap, I guess, because he's German, 20 years old. He's got a potential rating of a negative 8.5. That means it could be anywhere at the start of the game from a 140 to about a 170, I think is the range. So once you start your save, that's when they get their potential. But as of right now, it can be anywhere in that range. He is contracted, as we said, to Southampton, 20 million to 61 million rated, 40K per week is what he's making as a squad player. He's sitting in a center back role. He looks not too bad. If heading of 14, marking of 14, passing of 13 is okay. Tackling of 14 is very good. He's got some physicals as well. Acceleration of 14, pace of 15, strength of 15. So he's got some fantastic numbers for a center back. He does have some issues. He's not great off the ball. He's not a leader, apparently. Vision of 10 is not great. So decisions, where's his decisions? 11? Okay. But overall, I mean, as I always say, definitely plenty of room to grow. Baseline milestones, nothing that we haven't seen before. Made a senior club debut and has scored for his senior club for Bochum. So he's been there. We're just going to skip ahead 10 years in the future and see what happens. It is the end of the 2033 season and he has bounced around quite a bit. It does not look like he's lived up to that 170 side of the potential, but you know, he could be anywhere in the middle, I would probably suggest. Right now, 31 years old, still German, 16 caps, rated with Arsenal at 16 million to 48 million, making 100K per week as a squad player, so not too bad, but he is only a squad player. As you can see, he's gone to West Ham, Leeds, and then to Arsenal. But, I mean, heading of 15, so that's gone up. Marking has gone up to 15. Tackling of 14 still there. So some numbers have gone up. Some in the green. Positioning is fantastic. Concentration is fantastic. But still, leadership off the ball of 8 is still not great. Decisions has gone up to 13, which is great. Great to see. So, you know, he's got some numbers that have grown, and he's definitely a good center back for a lot of different teams, either as a squad player for the upper teams, or a starter for anywhere else in the league. I mean, you could probably get several starts out of him as well. But overall, not looking too bad. And this is where you can see it. So he moved from Duisburg, I don't know, sorry, on a free to Bochum, 8.5 million to Southampton in 22-23. He did, I mean, higher end of average. So 6'9" is not anything bad at all. Moved to West Ham for 26.5 million 2 seasons later, to Leeds United for 34.5 million, and then off to Arsenal for 43 million. So career-wise, I mean, Premier League for most of it, and has been doing fairly well for a lot of it. So, I mean, definitely not your amazing players that we've seen before with 170 potential, but at the same time, almost 7s every single season is pretty good. Milestone-wise, he's caught a couple more. First international cap against Latvia at age 23. Relegated from the Premier League with Southampton, sadly, but bought by West Ham. They were relegated from the Premier League as well. Then bought by Leeds. Relegated from the Premier League, bought by Arsenal. So we'll see if Arsenal gets relegated, doubt it. But, you know, 3 teams, 3 relegations, that's kind of hard to beat. That is a big issue right there. So it doesn't look like he's going to be leading your team. I mean, he could be leading the team, doing very well, and everyone else just sucked. But, you know, 3 relegations does not look good on his resume. Injury-wise, he's got a couple majors, which is probably not good. Hip injury for 2 months, 6 weeks with sprained knee ligaments, and then 5 months for broken lower leg. Ouch. So those are not great. But, I mean, he doesn't get a lot of them, so that's something. But, I mean, overall, if you can keep him healthy and in a good squad, again, I don't know what the Leeds and West Ham and Southampton squads were like when they were relegated, but, I mean, he looks like he could probably do some good things for your club no matter where they are on the table. If they are on the lower side, great. If you can pick him up, that'd be fantastic. And kind of build up the squad from there and just hope you don't get relegated. But for right now, we are going to take a look at when he retires and how he ends. Well, at age 34 in the 2036 season seems to be where he calls it quits. Contracted Red Bull Salzburg, 24K to 70K as a fringe player. I mean, his numbers aren't still all that bad. There are obviously off the balls still awful, but marking of 15, tackling of 13 is not bad. Passing of 12 and technique of 12. Concentration, positioning still in the greens. So he's got some good numbers, but you can see this is when he's retiring. Probably could do something else elsewhere, Turkey. I mean, everyone's going to Saudi Arabia now, so maybe that's the retirement league of the future. But, you know, what are his career stats? You can see he's moved on from Arsenal on a loan to Marseille, and then 18.75 million to Red Bull Salzburg. Had a fantastic season, only 18 total appearances, but still 691, not too bad. Looks like he had nothing this season, which is why he's calling it quits. But I don't know. I think he could have gotten a cheaper career in MLS or something like that. But, well, he finally got some trophies. The Samsung Cup winners, T-Mobile champions, Bundesliga, Samsung Cup winners, same as always with Red Bull Salzburg. So he's got some Austrian trophies, but at least he's got something in the cabinet now. Injuries, yeah, he got another fractured lower leg. He's got some moderates. Not a lot in the last couple of years, but you know, still enough to probably start worrying and start looking at the future and kind of hanging up the boots. But as you can see, his only 4 winners' medals that he's got have been collected in the later stage of his career, the last 2 seasons or so. But I mean, again, one of those things with the negative potentials that you could be anywhere from the top of it to the bottom of it, and it seems like he's probably stuck somewhere in the middle or just under. But that is it for Armel Bella-Kotchap. German at 34 years old is when he retires. Yeah, I mean, he's got some versatility. He's got the center back. He's got a right back. He's got, you know, a DM. So he can play in different areas. But, yeah, I mean, stats-wise, he's not too bad. So, I mean, scout him, see what he's like in your save. And, yeah, see how he does. But that is it for me, Seffi and FM for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.